Hi, I'm Debbie Chu and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow the Starch Solution. If you're not familiar with the Starch Solution is a program that was developed by Dr. John McDougall. It is a high-carb, low-fat, low-calorie density way of eating. I highly recommend you read his book, The Starch Solution, for more information, and I will leave a link to his book in the description box below. On my channel, you will find quick and easy whole food plant-based recipes. So if that sounds good to you, I hope you subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, which is every Tuesday and Saturday. You can also follow me on Instagram at ChewOnVegan. And if you're new to this way of eating, or if you just feel like you need some more support, I started a Facebook group. It's absolutely free to join, and I will leave a link to that in the description box below. In today's video, I will be showing you what I eat in a day using the 50-50 plate method of eating. So let's get started. So for breakfast today, I'm going to be having hash browns and veggies. Now I know I've made this before in some form or another and I'm always changing it up, so this one's a little bit different. So to start, you put a good amount of frozen hash browns in there. I just use the Trader Joe's hash browns, which are these right here. They're nothing but just potatoes. Then I just season it up with granulated garlic, some onion powder, and of course, smoked paprika. I don't measure, I just add a bunch in there. Next, I just throw in a good amount of the Trader Joe's fire roasted bell peppers and onions. Doesn't have to be Trader Joe's version. You can also use fresh. Whatever you have is fine. So I just dumped a bunch in here. So in this 50-50 plate, the 50-50 plate's gonna be kind of mixed together. It's not gonna be separated on the plate. So then you just wanna give these a good mix. Okay, let's head over to the stove. So you just throw your hash browns into a hot skillet and you're just gonna cook them for about 5 minutes, stir them around, and then I'm gonna show you what we do after that. I'm gonna add a couple other things to this. So these have been cooking for about 8 minutes. I did 4 minutes, then I stirred it around, then now I've just stirred it a second time after 4 minutes. So I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more because I want them a little bit browner, and then we'll finish these up. I think they're brown enough for me. You want to make sure you have a good non-stick pan because you're not using any oil. Then I just like to add a handful of spinach, and I'm just going to let this wilt in here, you know, for like a minute, and then I'll have one more thing to add. Adding veggies and greens to your hash browns is an easy way not only to dilute the calories, but to increase the nutrients and the fiber. The final thing I like to do is just add a small amount of microgreens, and then maybe a little bit of barbecue sauce. You could use hot sauce, whatever, ketchup, whatever you would like. And then I like to pair it with some fruit. So you have your 50-50 plate kind of mixed together with an addition of some fruit. So this is a great calorie dilute breakfast, and look how pretty it is, and who wouldn't want to eat that for breakfast? You will be full and satisfied for quite a while. So today for lunch I'm going to do air fried fries, and then I'm going to air fry some veggies too, which is going to be zucchini, red onion, and some bell peppers. So first we're going to get the fries going. So I don't know if you've made air fryer fries, but they're super delicious, no oil, and very easy. So I'm going to just cut my potato. I just have a russet potato here. I just slice it. I'll just show you one here. And then I just, you know, make it into sticks. You can make them as thin or as thick as you want. So I'm just going to continue cutting up this potato. Now we're going to season them up with my 3 favorite seasonings: granulated garlic, onion powder, and smoked paprika. So let's just sprinkle some of this on. I'm making a mess. What I love about the air fryer, it makes everything taste so good, you really don't even need salt, which I love. Now just give them a good stir. And then these are gonna go into the air fryer at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. So you're gonna hear the sound of the air fryer in the background, so I apologize for that, I will talk louder. And this is pretty much the veggies that I usually always air fry. I don't know why, I just like this combo. You've probably seen me do it before, but we're gonna do it one more time. So I have an old zucchini and a new zucchini, I'm gonna use both. I've got some peppers. I had this half of a green pepper, I'm gonna use that up, and I wanna use the rest of my this red onion here. And we're gonna use the same bowl because I'm gonna be using the same spices, so no need to wash your bowl out after you throw your fries into the air fryer. So let's get started. And these are, it's basic, just cut them up into bite-sized pieces, like that. And you wanna make them relatively the same size. About like that for the zucchini. And then for the peppers, these are the smaller ones. I mean, this size is fine for them. And the onion, since I've just got a half here, or a quarter, I'm probably just gonna cut them up like that. So I'm just gonna continue to cut these up, and then I will season them up. I will show you that in just a minute. So this is basically my bowl of veggies, good size. And then we're gonna season them up with the same thing, granulated garlic, onion powder, and smoked paprika. Okay, the fries are almost done. I'm gonna give these a stir, then these are gonna go in the basket. And I usually do them for between 10 and 15 minutes. It's different, you know, every time. So I just check them at 10, give them a shake. Speaking of which, I need to shake my fries. I shake the basket halfway through. So I'm gonna give these a stir right now, and then we're gonna move on. Look at this plate of food. Is this a perfect 50-50 plate or what? Yummy. I'm pairing this with my vegan honey mustard sauce. There's no honey in it, that's why it's vegan. I use maple syrup instead. I did this on another video, so I will link to that recipe so you can make this. It is so good. And I'm gonna just go enjoy my lunch, so I will see you back at dinner. For dinner, I'm gonna be making an enchilada bowl. It's basically all the makings of an enchilada, but in a bowl. And instead of a tortilla, I'll be using potatoes, which will make this dish lower calorie dense. Potatoes are less calorie dense than a tortilla. If you would like to have a link to a calorie density chart, there is a link in the description box below. I think it's great to print it out, keep it on your fridge as a little reminder. Now this recipe was inspired by Plantable Kiki. I'm sure you're all following her, because who isn't? And she did red enchilada sauce, and I prefer green. So I'm making mine with green. And I don't know if it's exactly the same, but it's basically the same idea. So I'm giving her full credit. I like to start with potatoes, and these were pre-baked. I always make a bunch of potatoes over the weekend for the week, so I always have them in the fridge ready to go. And I just have Yukon Gold, and I cut those up. So we'll put the potatoes in. I have some black beans, so those are gonna go in. This bowl is gonna be huge. I've got some red onion, some corn. This is just roasted corn frozen that I defrosted. I'm gonna put in some spring mix, so we have nice greens in here. Gonna add some broccoli. Got some big chunks of broccoli here. Tomatoes, of course. And then this is the green enchilada sauce. I'm using the Hatch green enchilada sauce. This is the mild. And for me, the mild is really spicy. So if you're a lightweight like me, do the mild. Then I'm just gonna add some of my plant-based cheese sauce. And this is kind of a mixed 50-50 plate because we've got potatoes, corn, beans. Corn is more in the grain category. Beans, you know, beans, legumes, and then the potatoes. And then we have our broccoli and our greens. So I think it's very well balanced. This is a huge plate of food. I don't even know if I'll be able to eat it all, but I'll give it my best shot. Another thing I'd like to mention is I do heat up the beans and the potatoes and the broccoli and the enchilada sauce and the cheese sauce. I like that contrast of the warm foods against the cold foods. That's just me, but it's totally fine to eat this all cold, but I do enjoy that contrast. So that was a very full day of eating, very full day of potatoes, 50-50 plate. I wasn't hungry. I didn't even snack today. If I do need a snack, it's usually a banana or an apple or some hummus and veggies. And then at night after dinner, sometimes I feel like I need something sweet. So what I've been doing lately is I've been obsessed with this passion peach tea. It's delicious. And I just make a cup of tea and I put a little stevia or monk fruit, and that seems to kind of take the edge off if I want something sweet or if I still feel like I'm still a little bit hungry, because I don't like to eat late at night. So I will just do a cup of tea and then that seems to take care of it. So I hope you can see that these 3 recipes were super easy, super basic. They don't have to be fancy or complicated. So all the recipes and my Facebook group will all be linked below, and along with some books and documentaries and my favorite kitchen gadgets. There's a bunch of links down there if you want to check them out. And if you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because I don't want you to miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you for staying to the end, and remember, what you put on your plate not only determines your fate, but your weight. I'll see you right back here next time. Thank you and take care. Testing 1, 2, 3. Is this in focus? In today's video, I will be showing you what I eat. In today's video, I'm going to be showing what is my problem. In today's video, I will be showing you what I eat in a day using the 50-50. Oh my God. You've got to make sure the staging area is perfect. Not really.